Okay. Now, this is just an idea. Actually, one of my clients gave me this. This is 87 things. This is 87 things that the survivor must do, which would be Jen, when something happens to you. And as you can see, this is a pretty big list. Our goal, and I'm sure your goal, is to shrink this list down, okay? And we can accomplish that through this free program, through this program here, okay? This is called the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society. And what it is a society, okay, that's going to guard Jen during a funeral. And there's three amazing points about this. One, it was created by former funeral directors. So Jen is going to have a team of experts that are going to be helping her through the process, okay, to make sure that she spends the appropriate amount, because they know what the prices should and should not be when dealing with a funeral director, okay? One of the other great points about this is that this is exclusive. You have something that no one else has, unless they already have the Funeral Advantage plan. Okay, they do not want to work with anyone else except for Lincoln Heritage. So Lincoln Heritage with the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society is those two elements together combined are the Funeral Advantage plan. Okay, and that's what you have here today. All right. And what's also nice, the third point, is that this is absolutely free, and I'm going to show you how this works here. Now, you don't have to do this today, okay? This is going to come in the mail, and you're going to get two parts. Okay, you're going to get Part A and Part B, and again, you don't have to do this now. It's going to come in the mail once your policy and everything goes into effect. All right? And so what you're going to do is you're going to fill out your basic information here, all right, your next of kin, your personal funeral service, what kind of, if you're looking for cremation or burial. If you want to change your mind, you can update this at any time. Okay, what funeral homes you want to go to, so you do have choices. That way Jen doesn't have to figure out where to go and who to call. Cremation requests, if you change that here. In Part B, if you have insurance, you can always, say you get insurance with another company, you could actually write down that information. That way the policy is stored in our computer archives, that information is, and that way Jen can also access our plan as well as the other one, because you may lose it, not know the name of the company. So it adds value to if you get insurance with another company down the road. Okay, but your final expense insurance information you'll put right here. For you'll put Lincoln Heritage right there. Military record, flowers, music, what you want to wear, even the newspaper you want your obituary to be in, even down to the pet wishes. Okay, do you have any pets? I didn't see any. No? Okay, not a problem. If you do, then you always can put them down, so Jen will know how to take care of them. Okay. Now, you also get these membership cards here. Now, everything I showed you, Part A and Part B, that's all free. So are these membership cards. Now, you'll get this card here, and you'll put that in your wallet. All right, and you'll take these 4 cards here and give them to the people closest to you. And think about who those 4 people will be. I'll get their information from you in a little bit and give them a call and let them know exactly what to do. That's the most important thing. And the reason why this is so important, I had a client that was very nice. Her name is Anna Marie. She lived in Ambridge, Pennsylvania, a little bit outside of Pittsburgh. And she said, you know what, this is nice, but I just want to think about it. I said, are you sure? She said, yeah. I said, okay. So a couple days went by, maybe not even a week, and her nephew calls me saying, hey, Dan, I got your information here. Did Anna Marie get a plan with you? I said, no, but I'd be more than happy to come back out and help her out. She actually told me she wanted to think about it. He goes, oh, well, she just passed away. I couldn't believe it. Nice lady. And I said, well, do you know if she had coverage? He goes, no, we don't know. We've been looking all over her house. She's 70 years old, looking all over her house, and we can't find any documentation saying that she had life insurance. And I said, well, do you know the name of the company? And he said, no, we don't. So that policy with Anna Marie, if she had one, may go unclaimed, meaning that all the money she spent all those years is going to go to nothing if they can't find a way to access it. Now, by having these membership cards here, okay, Susie, you won't have to worry about that happening to Jen, because all Jen's going to have to do now is take this card here out of her wallet, and that's it. Call that toll-free number. She's going to contact us. We will then pull up the file of everything that she wanted, okay, or that you wanted. And then we're going to contact the funeral homes here that you listed. And then we're going to say, hey, Smith Funeral Home, what are you charging? This is what our client's looking for. Okay. Oh, you're looking for 15,000. Okay. Oh, there we go. We're back. So sorry about that. My screen blanked out here on me. So we'll call the Smith Funeral Home. Oh, you're charging 15,000. Well, Smith Funeral Home, I see that the Jones Funeral Home for the same exact quality is charging 13,000 again for the same thing. So if you'd be willing to match the price, the family would be more than happy to do business with you. But if not, we're just going to go down the street. Guess what's going to happen? 9 times out of 10, they're going to bring down the price because what? They'd rather do some business than no business, right? Right. Now, then for dramatic effect, I closed my book and I said, let's pretend, Susie, that you don't have this plan just yet, okay? And something happens to you, and Jen's upset, and she's going to go to the funeral director, and the funeral director is going to say, Jen, I'm very sorry for your loss. Did your mom, Susie, have life insurance? Yes. Okay. Is that what you're going to be using to pay for the funeral? Yes. Okay. You mind if I just take a look at that to see if it's still intact and in force? Sure. Here you go. And she hands it over. And they see a $20,000 policy. Guess how much that funeral is most likely going to cost? That's right. $20,000. Okay. Because now they know what the budget is. Now what we do by having this, okay, we're going to provide Jen, your daughter, with consumer protection. We will never tell the funeral director how much coverage you have. We'll just tell them how much you're looking to spend, based off that time and what, everything that you're looking for. So our goal is, again, to say put more money in your family's pocket versus the funeral director's pocket. All right. And again, all these benefits are free, as I showed you the membership form, or Part A, Part B of the funeral planning, and also the membership cards too. Okay. And these cards here, these are mine. Okay, I have this for myself and my family. I definitely wouldn't be here if I didn't see the value in it myself. So this is something I truly believe in. Okay. Now, what also is nice about this, Susie, this is a whole life plan. Are you familiar with the difference of whole life versus term life? You are? Okay, well, great. Well, just to reiterate, a term life policy is like renting. Okay, it's not really yours. You're just using it for that time, and every so many years, it's going to get more expensive. And then eventually, you move from it, or you can't sell it. You can't borrow, there's no equity in it, right? It's like leasing a car. You lease a car, and you spend all this money, but then you have to give the car back. Do you get your money back? No. Well, that's term insurance, and we don't do that kind of insurance. We do the kind that's going to be there, like I said, tomorrow and 30 years down the road for Jen when she needs it the most, okay? That's whole life. Now, whole life insurance is like, to make a comparison, is like owning your home versus renting, okay? When you own your home, whatever you start at today, that's what's going to be at, and it's never going to change, okay? It's always going to be the same, and it builds a cash value like an equity, like your home does. All right, and whatever you do start at today, we're not going to raise your rates or lower your premium or raise your premium or anything like that. What you see is what you get. You're grandfathered in, for lack of a better term, and nothing's going to change because of your age or your health. So if you get unhealthy down the road, you're going to be still paying the same. Okay, nothing will change, and your coverage won't change either. All right, now there is no physical exam. Just a few health questions to see what you qualify for, and once I go through those with you, then we'll put a plan together for you that meets your needs and fits your budget. Now, any questions so far about anything? No? Okay. All right, great. Well, I want to go through the health questions here with you. Let me just pull them out of my bag. Okay. Wonderful. So now, health question time. This is also referral time too, not only for the membership cards. Okay, so you are 65. Okay, perfect. All right, 65, and have you used any tobacco in the past 12 months? No. Okay, and been tested for HIV/AIDS or life expectancy less than 12 months? No. Okay, you're here. And are you currently bedridden? These might sound silly, but I have to ask. All right, are you currently bedridden, hospitalized in a care facility, or receiving hospice care? Obviously not, because you're right here. Okay. No. So great. You do qualify. And then these questions are just in the past 2 years. In the past 2 years, have you've been treated, taken medication, or been diagnosed with the following conditions? Okay. Any disease of the heart attack, heart surgery, or congestive heart failure? No. Okay. Any disease of the circulatory system, stroke, aneurysm, or been advised to surgery to improve circulation? No. Okay, great. Any cancer, or other than basal cell skin cancer? No? And I tell you what, Susie, if you know anyone that would answer yes to one of these questions, let me know and we can help them. I'll get their information from you in a little bit because usually they're paying too much or they've just been turned away. So we could actually help someone out in a huge way here. And again, I'll get that info from you in a little bit. Okay. Any diseases of the lungs, including COPD or emphysema other than asthma? COPD? Okay. So yes there. Any Alzheimer's disease, dementia, organic brain syndrome, Lou Gehrig's disease? All right, not a problem. No? Okay, not a problem. And so let me ask you though, what was the last question I asked you? Are you sure you don't have that Alzheimer's? And I joke around with that, but you want to be careful with that because they might know someone that passed away, and you should know that in the rapport building stages. Any alcohol or drug abuse? You just have a few on the weekends? Well, not a problem. Hey, it's only abuse if you spill it, right? So no, we'll check off no there. Any complications of diabetes, including amputation, diabetic coma, blindness, or kidney disorder? You have diabetes? Okay, well that's fine, but have you had any complications such as amputation, diabetic coma, blindness, or kidney disorder? No? All right, perfect. So we'll answer no there. And have you been advised to have a diagnostic test done for any of these questions that pertain to any of these questions, and you're just waiting to hear back on the results? So did the doctor say, hey, we're concerned with something, or we want you to go get tested for something, and you just want to, and we're just waiting to hear back from that test, from that exam? No? Okay, we'll answer no there. And you don't have any life insurance, as you mentioned before. Okay, so this would not be replacing anything. Okay, great. All right, wonderful. You do qualify. And what's nice, and you mentioned you do have COPD. A lot of people get turned away with COPD, so you're in really good hands here. We know you can get covered, which is a great feeling. Have you tried to get coverage before and been declined by chance? If you don't mind me asking. No? Okay. Well, I'm just going to get my rate book out and my calculator here. All right, and I'll put a plan together for you. So let me ask you, Susie, what do you like to do in your free time? And so this is where I'm gathering more information. And I'm just going to put fake numbers together here for you for the ease of conversation. So all right, well, Susie, this is what I put together for you. All right, and I'm going to explain how this works. All right, this is a $10,000 plan, and with this $10,000, so I'm using this money sheet now. Okay. All right. Actually, I can make them real. Let's just make them real. So, 65 years old, modified. So you're going to turn to page in your rate book. You'll need your rate book now. 65, turn to page 15, so she's 65, female, okay, her PAC is 9.33, okay, we'll give her, now because she's modified, she can only get up to 15,000, so we're going to show her 15,000 today. Alright, so 9.33 times 15, okay, she mentioned she went to Florida before, all right, from previous conversations. So we're going to give her accidental coverage. We'll just give her 5 units. 5 units for her is going to cost $5. Okay, so 9.33 times 15 plus 5 plus the $3 application fee. Okay, and we'll calculate that out here. Let me pull up my calculator. All right, so 9.33 times 15 equals 139.95 plus 8. So 147.95. That's for 15,000. Okay. Now, I'm not going to write that down on the money sheet just yet. I'm going to leave that blank. All right. But for you can write on the side, on the back, wherever, because once they see the price, that's the only thing that they're going to be fixated on. So again, we're not price driven, we're value driven. All right. So going back into role playing here. All right, well, Susie, this is what I put together for you here, and as you were conversating the whole time, okay. And this is a $15,000 plan, okay. With this 15,000, hold on, let me write the accidental coverage down. 25,000, 12,500. Auto is 50,000. Common carrier is 100,000. Active war or terrorism is 100,000. Transport of remains is 5,000 because we did 5 units. Okay, so you're going to use this, put it in front of them, use your pointer, and do a triangle. Okay, so Jen, this is what Susie, this is what I put together for you here. This is a $15,000 plan, and you're going to reiterate these benefits here. And with this 15,000, it pays out in 24 hours. Okay, so you have that advantage as well. So your daughter Jen won't have to worry where's the money going to come from. Okay, and this rate is locked in; it's never going to change. Okay. So that's a great feature. So the longer you put it off and put it off, it gets more expensive. The best time to get insurance is now, when you're the youngest and healthiest you'll ever be, which is today. Okay, and being that you do have COPD, you're still able to get covered with us, which is amazing. We're shopping around. So you're really getting, you know, a $16 or maybe even a $17,000 funeral for only $15,000 if that's what you wanted, because we're shopping around. So if something were to happen to you in the first year, we would give all the money back to Jen plus 10%, which is great. You know, you can't even find that return with a bank. Okay, if something happens to you in the second year, we're going to give all the premiums that you put into it back, plus 20% that will go to Jen. And thereafter, you'll have the $15,000 if something were to happen, which is amazing because some people will get declined all the time with COPD. My mom has a plan similar to this. She actually had breast cancer and she's fine now. So she has the similar plan as you. Now, in addition, okay, to the $15,000, you also have $25,000 of accidental death. So let's say you trip and fall down the steps. We're going to pay out $25,000 plus the $15,000, and that could be tomorrow. Okay, and so that's $40,000 that's going to go to Jen as a result of that. If you lose an arm or an eye or a leg, all right, you just can't lose your head though. All right. We're going to pay you while you're still living $12,500. Okay. Now let's say you mentioned you drive. You're going down the street, boom, you hit somebody, or someone hits you, or you're just a passenger in the vehicle and you pass away. We're going to pay Jen $50,000 as a result of that, plus the $15,000 on top. So that's $65,000 that'll go to Jen as a result of that. Common carrier. So you mentioned you go to Florida. You're down in Florida, you take the bus, the plane, the train, the boat, the taxi, you know, while you're down there, public transportation. Or if you're here in, you know, Philadelphia, you take SEPTA. Something happens, they hit someone, or someone hits them, and you pass away as a result of that. That's $100,000 that's going to go to Jen as a result, plus the 15 on top. So that's $115,000. Active war, terrorism. You're covered for that too, which is so rare. Most insurance companies say they exclude that. We include it. So if they're, you know, for example, Boston bombing, 9/11, some kind of hate crime committed, then we're going to be, well, when you pass away as a result, we'll pay out $100,000 to Jen as a result of that, plus the 15 on top. So that's $115,000. Now let's say you are in Florida and something happens to you unexpectedly, you know, a little too much heat, too much sun, okay, and you want to be brought back up here to Philadelphia. Well, we're going to pay up to $5,000 to bring you back here to Philadelphia. Plus, if it's because of the common carrier, $100,000 plus the $15,000. That's potentially $120,000 that will go to Jen as a result of that. So you get all the benefits here, okay, of the $15,000. Plus, you get all the benefits here of the accidental coverage. And keep in mind, okay, you have all the funeral planning here. So this is all yours. This is all yours, and you get the membership cards. These are all yours too, and this is all included with this. Okay, so you get all of that. All right, and that's only $147.95. Okay, just need to make the check. I just need to see your ID. Slide it over to you. Okay, just need to see your ID. We'll make the checkout to Lincoln Heritage, and I'll put your receipt together. That's proof you have coverage and you're covered today. Okay, so while you're up doing that, I'm going to fill out some paperwork here. All right, wonderful. And then you just start writing. Then fill out the beneficiary information, and voila, you're done. And if they can't afford it, then you just come down. Use gravity. It's a lot easier to come down in price than it is to go up in price. So start high, come down low, and make sure it's something that they can afford, and let them know if they're not happy with what they're like, oh well, I can only afford 1,000. Well, 1,000's better than 0. So then let them know, hey, you can always increase this down the road. So that is it. That's the presentation. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, hey, there's always someone. And talk to your upline. Give me a call. Doesn't matter. We're all here to help you succeed. All right. Have a wonderful day, guys.